Hello everybody, welcome to Disney Chicken Little, the GameCube game. And I want to start this video by saying that I'm sorry the audio is so bad. I don't have a USB microphone, and this cutscene is unskippable. Okay, I don't have a USB microphone that I can use when I'm recording on my laptop. So the audio is just going to be bad, and you're just going to have to put up with the audio being bad. And, you know, that's fine, because it's not always going to be bad. It's just some of these videos are going to be worse than others. And we can just enjoy this intro cutscene. I'm kind of concerned about the DMCA potential of this. This is just a clip from the movie, so that could happen. Also the song, you know, UMG. I don't know if that's a UMG thing, but he's grittying! What the heck? Oh, he's got moves. Yeah, we're playing the Chicken Little game. This is not a game I've ever played before, or indeed looked at before. But you know, I'm sure it'll be great. And you know, fully coincident that the other chicken games like Billy Hatcher and Baz have also been recorded on my laptop with terrible audio quality. It's not necessarily a chicken thing, but it is a chicken thing. And, you know, it's interesting, my GameCube doesn't seem to like this game very much. And I'm noticing that the game is running... There's a lot of pop-ups. I'm noticing that the game is running slightly worse on my GameCube than Billy Hatcher did, which ran slightly better. And I think it's because this level is, to its credit, absolutely massive. I don't know if the actual playable part of the level is massive, but there's a lot of decoration that makes this level quite big. And this is something that you'll often see in bad games, and good ones sometimes, but particularly bad games from this era, you know, GameCube, PS2. You'll see games that inexplicably have massive areas for what are actually pretty short levels. And, you know, that may cause lag. It may cause, you know, load time issues. One game that has a little bit of a problem with this is one of my favorite games, Tokobot Plus. It's a PS2 game. And the first level, and pretty much only the first level, has this issue where it's a big open space and the game performance, it lags sometimes. And but every other level, almost every other level, takes place in like a cave or in an underground, in a closed space where, you know, that's not really a problem. And it's interesting that this game has enemies that are designed as clones of Chicken Little, because that raises very many questions about the world that we live in. Because remember, Chicken Little is just a guy at this point. This is the start of the game. So I think it's after the sky fell, certainly, but before... I mean, is it? I don't remember the movie that well. It's been like a year since I last saw it. But I feel like where we are now is before the sky fell. So he's not even that well known. And it's certainly before, you know, he saved the world from all the aliens. One of which is voiced by Patrick Stewart. Which means he just sounds like Patrick Stewart, because Patrick Stewart only has one voice. Okay, maybe this is after. Yeah, this must be after the sky fell, because the sky falling is the like first thing in the movie, and then he goes to school, so it must be after.
There's gotta be another way in.
But then I don't think this is a clip from the movie, because in the original movie, when he gets to school, he ends up having no trousers on, and it causes a lot of embarrassment, and he has to wear paper shorts that were made from origami. And so I think we're loosely following the movie here. We're not actually following the movie that closely. The nuts provide health or the acorns provide health when you collect enough of them. And that's a really interesting thing because, you know, the acorn was what was used to like scorn him and say that he was a liar. They said, oh, an acorn fell on his head, that's why he thought the sky fell. And so I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing that the acorns give him health, and it's kind of interesting because I would expect that the acorns would, you know, cause him some mental anguish. And of course, chickens don't eat acorns, to my knowledge. I mean, I don't know that much about chickens, but I don't think they eat acorns. And so that has me wondering about the logistics of this. And yeah, the game is starting to run particularly bad on my GameCube here, and I am playing it on my GameCube, and I'm realizing that I'm taking an entire egg's worth of health every time I jump into one of those, so I am dead. But the punishment for dying, it's not very punishing. It's not very punishing. I didn't even lose the coins that I collected, which means I'm going down this thing, but there might not actually be any reason for that because I've already collected all the coins. So I don't know if there's really a reason. I was going really fast there. I don't know if that's because I was holding forward. Maybe if I didn't hold forward, I would have been able to slow down. And if I slowed down, that would have been able to react to that because that was really fast. And I feel like, you know, you've got, very generous, mind you, you've got 6 health total. And that's really generous for a game like this. You know, in Super Mario Galaxy, you start with 3 health and you can get temporary boosts to 6 health, but you wouldn't start with it. But this was before Galaxy. And, you know, in Mario 64, you have 8 health. And that's slightly more generous. Particularly considering... You know, this doesn't really feel like an intended route based on how difficult I'm finding it to climb, but surely there's no other way up this tree, right? So I've just gotta... I mean, right? Is there a way up this tree that doesn't involve... I guess we'll just have to find the change elsewhere, but I'm struggling to picture that. I feel like there was a definite intention when they put that coin there. There's probably only 15 coins. Knowing that I need 15, there's probably only 15. And... yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. But we can climb up here. Yeah, see, he's anguishing. He's talking to me. He's saying, acorns, acorns, acorns. Why is it always about acorns? Clearly, this is causing him some mental troubles, and yet he needs the acorns. It's a really like toxic relationship, you know. The acorns give him health and they give him life, and he needs them to live, but they shame him and they befuddle him, and you know, that's tragic. Chicken Little's kind of an interesting story because we're so used to seeing the boy who cried wolf, but the boy who cried the sky is falling, he was correct, and so, you know, it makes you think, twice before you doubt someone. And that's the lesson to be learned from Chicken Little. And I think we can all learn something from that movie. Oh my god, okay, so no. The little robots are saying the sky is falling. So that incident was turned into a toy. We have this troubled kid who, you know, had the sky fall on his head and they think it was an acorn. And they've decided to mock him and jeer and haze. And by making these robots that are based on his likeness. I mean, that must be illegal. Is Buck Cluck getting anything from this? Is this set up by his parents? You know, another thing, I have to apologize. I do, because my OBS just crashed. Meanwhile, I was mid sentence with this point about Buck Cluck. You know, I said I was a Buck Cluck defender in the Baz video. If you watch the Baz video, you'll remember I said I was a Buck Cluck defender. And there's another aspect to this. There's no mother in the picture. You know, he's a single dad, and that's not an easy job. So I feel like we all have to have some sympathy towards Buck Cluck. Raising Chicken Little is a tough task. And ooh, I just ran into that. I didn't mean to do that. Obviously, he just wants what's best for Chicken Little, and I need to stop thinking about this game. So I think goodbye.